Thoughts after that defeat today?
Tired.
You were. Is that the reason? Was it Barrow that impacted today?
Well, I can't say it was Barrow that impacted today. It would have been a part and parcel of it. But I thought the boys just we looked tired. We looked tired today. We didn't have that spring in our step that we had in there the other night. All Saturday, it looked like it was our third game in a week. And but the changes. All of a sudden you go and make wholesale changes, you know, I don't think that would have worked either today. We didn't start the game bright enough. Thought in the first half we looked leggy today. We looked leggy. It's understandable with, I suppose, what the boys have had to do this week, you know, and even winning the other night, even though it's a bonus and you want to build on top of that, the emotion that would have drained out of them would have been huge. So the bottom line is today we weren't good enough because we didn't have enough energy. So we now have a clear week to try and get on with our next game.
You were a long time in the change room after. Not sure you're talking to the subs and the players as a whole. Was there any blame to them, or was it just because they were leggy?
Even if I was, I wouldn't be telling anybody like yourself or anybody else that's here. I don't do that. I always say what goes on in the dressing room stays in the dressing room. So, yeah, I wouldn't come out and say anything about anybody. Like I've said, you know, when I say we won at Barrow, I always say they played well, and they did. And when we get beat, I always say we get beat, and we have. So we have to take it on the chin and try and prepare for next week now.
At half time, you took off McAllister and Stevens, going to a back 2 or 4. What's the theory behind that?
Get a little bit more pressure on the ball. I thought that there was it was like it was a long game today. I didn't think that our players got back into shape quick enough. Their players didn't either. Probably that 4-3-3 would have suited us. I thought that Matty Stevens had done all right anyway in the first half, and Kyle. Kyle had a little bit of a tweak with his hamstring, so we just wanted to make sure that wasn't anything too bad. So yeah, Matty or Christian, it would have been that obviously when we go to 4-3-3 you have to take one of them off. I thought Harvey Bunker played really well when he went on, but he was probably fresh.
The 2 goals you conceded, relatively simple goals to concede?
They were goals where we've had the attacks. We've had the attacks in promising positions, and we haven't passed that final wall. And it's simple as well. It's simple. It's stuff that we've done already. But I just think there was a fatigue in us today. There was definitely a tiredness in us, and when you don't play sharp, you know, quite often you get beat. Crawley have had a couple of home games, and we've really had a long week. It's been an extremely long week, and I definitely think that would have had some impact on our performance today. It might not have impacted the result, but it would have impacted our performance.